How's it going, guys? Mega Matt here with a middle of the month video. I actually went to a garage sale yesterday and I actually scored, so it's pretty uncommon for me to find stuff at garage sales, like I said. So the reason I'm making this is because a lot of people have already inquired about me trading some of the games, or maybe I'm probably gonna either get rid of some of them or trade them off by the end of the month. So I figure I just upload this video right away just so you guys can see what I got. So I pulled up to this garage sale. I wasn't actually going to stop. I drove by it and I looked, and that's what I do. I normally look and see if there's like old tube TVs or, kids toys, and that's kind of a sign that sometimes there might be video games. So I didn't really see nothing, but I thought, what the heck, I was in the area. So I decided to stop. I got out, walked up, and here was two tables set up, and on one of the tables there was a Wii U box, and to like the right of that there were a couple of Wii games. There was like Super Smash Brawl, but it had like $20 on it. So I was like, oh man, I'm probably not gonna find anything, or if I do, it's gonna be way overpriced or what I'm willing to pay. So that's all I saw. So I ended up asking the guy in charge of the sale. I'm like, do you have any like older video games? And he's like, what are you looking for? I said, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And as I said that, he said, oh, yeah, by the way, in that Wii U box over there, there's a Super Nintendo inside. And I'm sitting there going, why did he put a Super Nintendo inside a Wii U box? But I think he said something. It was raining earlier and he just didn't want it to get wet. But I was excited. So I walked over there. We walked over there. He opened it up, and lo and behold, there was a Super Nintendo with quite a few games. Well, not quite a few games, but some good games in there. So he had a price tag of 50 on it. I only had $40 on me. He tried to, he said he really wanted 50. I said, all I got's 40. He said, how about 45? I said, well, if you do 45, I have to leave and come back. He's like, you know what? $40 is fine. So here's what I got. I'm going to show you guys. Here's the actual system. It's actually pretty clean. The only bad part about this is when I was testing it, if you notice in the back here, there's supposed to be a little plastic piece that goes over here. Okay. There's supposed to be like a little plastic cylinder that holds the AC adapter in there. That has been broken off, which is kind of a bummer. But I've been doing a little bit of research, and it looks like the only way you can replace that is you have to take all the parts off, and to take the power supply off in that, you have to desolder it. And I have no experience with soldering or anything like that. I have a buddy who does some soldering work. I might ask him, and then the back piece of this back piece is like $15 or something on eBay. So it's kind of a bit of a pricey repair. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I might fix it, I might not, or what do you guys think I should do with it? Otherwise, there's a local artist here. He does he paints. He can paint, like do a custom like paint job. Like I can get probably Mega Man painted or something on top here, which would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. But I don't know. We'll see what I do with that. But that was kind of a bummer. But for $40, just alone the system's worth that. So anyway, moving on. It's kind of bummed about that, but I got an original AC Super Nintendo adapter, the name brand one, so that's good. It came with two controllers. These are actually regular Super Nintendo brand controllers, which was nice. And then the games. So got 7 games here. This was mainly the reason why I picked this up. a lot of times when you find a Super Nintendo, the games are usually meh, you know, mediocre, nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy in this, but it was a good package here. So I'm gonna start with the not so crazy titles, but we have kind of a worn copy of Spider-Man and X-Men. You see it's kind of worn out, the label at the top. These are all very, like, they're very clean and, excuse me, well taken care of, so I was kind of happy about that. Oh, we got Disney's Aladdin. I already have this game. This is a fun platforming game. We have the original Super Mario World. That's a classic. You gotta have that. If you have a Super Nintendo, this is like a must-have. We have Star Fox. This is a good game. I prefer the 64 version just because of the graphics-wise, and that this is really choppy, and you know, this was kind of pushing Super Nintendo to its limits. Then we got Killer Instinct, classic fighting game, black cartridge. This label is actually a little bit better than mine, so I'm probably gonna do an upgrade label on that. Then we got Doom, red cart. I don't have this. I was actually at a game store, the game store I go to, and I was contemplating about buying this, which was kind of weird, and then I found it in this bundle. But I have played it. It's another game that's like really choppy and the music is kind of bad. I've been told by one of my buddies that probably the best version of Doom is the PS1 version. It's kind of like the original that was on the PC. And then the last game, which is what sealed the deal. I saw this right when I saw the Super Nintendo, and I just knew I had to buy this, you know. This was worth the money by itself and everything. This is kind of an uncommon game to come by, and it's kind of pricey. But we have Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Probably one of the most argued best shoot 'em ups. This is not a shoot 'em up. Beat 'em ups. It's probably one of the best beat 'em ups of the Nintendo era. Some people argue that. It is very good. There is a Sega Genesis version called the Hyperstone Heist. That's also a good one. It's kind of like the Turtles in Time. Before, I think that one came out before Turtles in Time. I may be wrong, but it's a shorter game. But this is one of my favorite Turtle games and one of my favorite beat 'em ups. So all that was $40. So I mean, what a heck of a score. The best score I've had at a garage sale. So just kind of bummed by the Super Nintendo, you know, with the not working properly, but I have seen some mods for it too, so I don't know what to do about that, but overall, pretty damn good score. This month has been kind of slow. I've only gotten about 3 games besides this garage sale pickup, so I'm not 100% sure how the video at the end of the month is going to go. Otherwise, I might just do a small review on something, or I get this subscription box called Arcade Block. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's part of a company called Nerd Block. You get kind of arcade goods in there in the mix, Funko Pop figures and all that stuff. But if I decide to do that, I'll go into further detail and talk about it later. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this small, quick pickup video, and until next time, take care.